When you are looking for a major career breakthrough, the natural instinct is to turn to the people standing right next to you. You ask your closest friends, your family, or your most trusted mentors for leads. It makes complete emotional sense. Finding a new career path is a high-stakes decision, so we gravitate toward our high-trust relationships for safety and guidance. There is a mathematical paradox at play. Relying exclusively on your closest circle often limits your access to the very breakthroughs you are looking for. This dynamic creates an information echo chamber. When new opportunities fail to emerge from close friends, it is a structural inevitability of shared information rather than a lack of loyalty or effort. To understand why, look at the spatial reality of a close friend group. These groups frequent the same places, know the same people, and hear the same industry rumors. This diagram shows a tight social cluster where every single point is connected to every other point, creating absolute redundancy in knowledge. If a perfect job opening existed here, it flashes through the network instantly. You already have the information. Career stagnation is frequently a byproduct of social geometry. Ambition alone cannot overcome the structural limits of operating strictly within a closed information loop. In 1973, sociologist Mark Granovetter conducted a study at Stanford University. He surveyed professionals who had recently navigated successful career changes to find out exactly how they landed their new roles. The data revealed an anomaly. The overwhelming majority of actionable job leads came from people the subjects rarely saw, while close friends provided very few new leads. Granovetter called this the strength of weak ties. A weak tie is an acquaintance, a former colleague seen yearly, or a casual, low-maintenance connection. An acquaintance operates within a completely distinct social and professional ecosystem. As shown in the diagram, that single connection bridges two completely isolated worlds. This bridge allows genuinely new, non-redundant information to cross over and enter your social circle. High-growth career opportunities require these structural bridges. The people you barely know are mathematically more valuable for discovering new information than your closest friends. Building these bridges takes time, which makes a person's 20s a critical window of opportunity. Early adulthood is often full of transient events. Moving to a new city, switching entry-level jobs, or joining new projects each generates a distinct, dormant cluster of weak ties. These clusters compound. A wide network established early in a career has decades to organically intercept and transmit opportunities from completely different industries. By age 40, a professional who has not cultivated these ties will find their radar for new opportunities shrunk to match their existing information. Weak ties are long-term structural investments. The breadth of a casual network built today dictates the scale of opportunities visible 2 decades from now. There is one vital limitation to Granovetter's theory. Weak ties excel at transmitting new information, but they cannot transmit deep trust. A tip from an acquaintance gets you to the door. Converting that tip into a high-stakes job offer requires a strong tie to vouch for you, or a demonstrated track record to close the deal. Career expansion relies on maintaining a vast, low-maintenance web of contacts across different circles. To begin building this web, message one specific acquaintance you have not spoken to in over 6 months before the weekends. The goal is to briefly reconnect, with no immediate favor or project attached. A large career footprint grows through the regular effort needed to keep these bridges to the rest of the world open.